Hello and welcome. My name is Daniel, the main developer of DGNX Ecosystem, and today I want to show you STAKEX, which is our new product, a stacking solution for basically any project that values store of value and has a value creation chain. Let's take a look at the overview of the different STAKEX protocols. You can basically see this here on the overview STAKEX, and you will get a list of the currently existing and available stacking solutions that are on our platform. To create your own stacking protocol or stacking solution, you can simply click on the button at the top, create your stacking solution. Then you'll be redirected to the STAKEX Creator. In this case, I'll show you that the functionality of the creator is based on the Polygon network. You can select a network here, whether it's Polygon, Ethereum, BNB Smart Chain, Base, Arbitrum, or Avalanche. In this case, it's Polygon. Then you have the option to enter the address of the staking token. That means the token that will be used to create a stake, in other words, the one your investors or token holders need to deposit to participate in staking. In this case, I have a baby DGNX token added. I want the staking token to also be the reward token. So I deactivate this staking here, and I want to have a lock of about 2 days. This means the staker has to lock their stake for 2 days, and after that, it will be available again for the staker to withdraw. That stays active. Then I have a small price overview here. The example price is 0.6 Polygon or Matic, and then the estimated network fee for deployment, which is basically the gas fee for the whole transaction and everything that happens in the background. And the total cost here in this example is 0.76 Polygon or Matic. Then I can create my protocol. A dialog appears where I confirm. I confirm here. My wallet pops up. I confirm the transaction in my wallet. I wait for the blockchain to tell me, yep, all good. And then I get a confirmation, which in turn allows me to access the management platform of the stacking protocol. As you can see, it gets deployed pretty quickly, and you have a basic protocol in no time, and then you can refine it further. By default, the protocol is deactivated. That means it's not yet active and needs to be turned on. At the start, we have a checklist to help you with what needs to be done to go live with the protocol. You can do this, but you don't have to. Upload a logo that makes your product, your staking solution, identifiable, so people can see, okay, I recognize this token from my project, it's their logo, and it's solid. However, I still recommend, if you see a staking solution from a certain protocol or project, double check with the project if it's really the official protocol before staking your tokens there, before pushing them in. Then you need to choose an NFT template that'll be used so you can view your NFTs, as the stakes will be stored as NFTs. And with each stake you make, you get an NFT. And finally, you need to activate your protocol. I'll get into that in a moment. There are 2 different combinations for how you can activate it. More on that later. We now have the logo that you can upload. I'm going to choose one now. You can't see this selection right now, but it's my baby DGNX logo. I did this for fun. and I can click for a preview. Then I see, okay, this is the preview. This is how the logo will look afterward. Then I can upload it. We can also change the logo again, meaning you choose another image. In this case, I'm uploading it. Then in the wallet, it'll essentially ask for a signing of your address, basically your wallet, and a message that needs to be signed for us to know in the background that you are the one intending to upload the logo for this protocol, which belongs to you. In the background, a check is made to see if the address trying to upload the logo is actually the deployer's address for the protocol. If that's the case, then the logo is being uploaded and taken. Now, we wait a moment until the logo is uploaded. It will be loaded onto the interplanetary file system. That means it will take a moment until it is available. In this case, it's about 5 minutes until we recognize that the logo is pinned on the interplanetary file system service, and then it is available for you here. As I said, it takes about 3 to 5 minutes. Then you see general information about the protocol. First, the protocol address itself, then the owner address, then the staking token address, how many tokens are already staked, and that the protocol is initialized. This is usually always green. What is not green is active and running. This varies. As I mentioned earlier, there are 2 options. You can configure the protocol in advance to say that you want this protocol to be active at a certain time X, and then there's running, which is the status that basically says the protocol is now ready to be used by stakers. You will see something else for active in a moment, where we have options to set things up, but more on that later. Here, a graph is displayed at DGNX staked over time, showing how the stake in your protocol increases or decreases. And you can then see what the staking behavior of your stakers is. Then there is the staking pool management. At the beginning, we said that we want to have a 2-day lock. In this case, I want to show you that we can create another one afterward. We can create a burn stake. This means that the tokens deposited into this pool later are burned and cannot be recovered. Usually, this is used for a pool that gets the highest reward share, so that the people who participate in this pool benefit the most when they burn their tokens. Then there is the option to set no lock. This means to not set a burn and not set a lock, so that anyone involved can deposit and withdraw whenever they want. I am now setting no lock and no burn. This means it will be a free pool that can be deposited and withdrawn. However, what I am doing is that the pool with no lock, the one that has no lock period, I give it the smallest rewards. In this case, I am setting it at 10%, and 90% goes to those who burn their tokens. I confirm this in my wallet once again, confirming that I want to do this. We update the system and now see that there are 2 pools. We can activate this pool accordingly. It's disabled by default because we want to make configurations in the background. And once we're done with the configurations, we can publish them so that the staker or the person using your staking solution doesn't see in advance, okay, there's something I can already use. So you have full control over what people see and what they don't. In this case, I am activating the pool. Of course, I confirm everything again in my wallet and then receive the confirmation that the pool has been activated. Successfully enabled your staking pool, and here the status updates to active, and we have the option to disable it again. Here is the token management. We have the possibility to add another token. If we want to say, for example, we want another reward token, meaning not just baby DGNX, but also USDC or Bitcoin on the respective chain, then we can do that. We can add it here. Now, what's still pending is that for the baby token, there must also be a liquidity pool available, because one of the main features of our protocol is that you can pay out your reward tokens, aggregated payout. Meaning if rewards are deposited in baby DGNX, for example, and you receive them, you can pay them out both as baby DGNX and as US dollars. Or Bitcoin, depending on what the payout token is. But to do that, your baby token must of course be swappable. That means there has to be a market for it, and then you have the option to add more tokens here. As long as you don't have a market, this doesn't make sense. In this case, we don't have a market and we can only distribute tokens that we also deposit as rewards. This step 1 will now say, okay, the logo is deposited. Now we need to select an NFT. Then we go down into the area, NFT Management, and choose the simple template. Currently, there are 2 templates. We are working on creating more templates that you can select for creation now as well as later. This means you can design your NFT change. Then we confirm it again in the wallets, wait for everything to be processed by the blockchain, and with the confirmation, we see that an NFT has been selected. Here you can see this is the selected NFT. Here are some metadata of the NFT, but it's a very, very, very simple layout for now. Then we come to the actual activation, which is basically the last point up here. Enable your protocol. There are 2 ways to activate it. You can either do it based on a block number, which means staking is active based on that block number, or based on a timestamp, which means the protocol becomes active once the timestamp is set. Regardless of when this is set, you must activate it. You definitely must. You can activate your protocol as such again. As I said, we give you complete control over it. So just because you set the activation block now doesn't mean it's valid, because a second state must definitely be activated so that this protocol is actually usable under this block number and timestamp. I will now activate the protocol without any other conditions so that it will be usable afterward. Of course, we're still waiting for confirmation from the chain. So, successfully updated the protocol. Now you see we can no longer set an activation time, and the protocol is now activated. Then we have the option to add fees to the protocol. Often it's like this. Projects say, okay, I basically want the stakers to feed themselves a bit, and I want to distribute my reward at a certain time, but I want some activity in my stacking. This is where adding fees helps. You can essentially set fees at 5% for restaking, 2% for withdrawing, and so on. We can also increase these in steps of 0.5 using the buttons. So let's set 4.9, 4.1, 2.2, applying the changes and confirm it in our wallet again. Wait for the network until the confirmation is through and the block is mined. In this case, it is, and bam, the form changes, no more buttons, and we see the stored fee here. So to continue, something needs to be staked first, and you see below, inject rewards. The protocol does not have DGNX staked yet. You can only inject rewards when there is at least one stake available. Now that I have a stake, I see that I have staked 100 DGNX and the protocol is running. And here I can see how much is deposited in this pool for 2 days. That means both pools are currently at 100%. If the no-log pool were also fed, the share would naturally be divided, and then you would see 100 tokens here and 20 tokens there. then I now have the option to finally distribute baby DGNX as a reward. I'll first inject 10 baby DGNX, approve the amount in my wallet. Now we go up to the interface and see immediately that I have unclaimed rewards of 10 baby DGNX. And then the staker has the option to restake or claim them. There are also videos, which I link in the description, so you can see how it works. But that's the whole tour around the staking protocol, to manage it and to create it. I hope you took something away from this and are interested in using the product. If you use it and have suggestions for improvement, just let us know. I'll also put the social links in the description on YouTube. See you next time.